I just got done playing RuneScape as a job for 10 shifts. I made 10 9 till 5 videos. Each video I'd done an activity in Old School RuneScape for 8 hours to replicate a real life, traditional, Western job, and here is the results from doing that. A subscriber messaged me on Discord recently and sent me this graphic that he made up in his free time, so big thanks to Bohemond, I think I'm saying that right, for making this. It's a chart that has all 10 9 till 5 jobs on it, with the yearly gold and the hypothetical USD incomes ranked in order from best to worst. The Revenants took the position of the best job that I could do in Old School RuneScape, having the highest yearly gold income of 2.3 billion GP and a yearly salary, hypothetical yearly salary, and I have to keep saying that so people don't think I actually real world trade, a hypothetical yearly salary of 1,456 USD. Early on in the series, Revenants were the most requested job to do, and after I'd done the Revenants for the 8 hours, then made and uploaded the video, I was reminded that I didn't account for the new rare drops, Vigora's chain mace and crossbow, and those newer items while doing the math to find out the yearly salary, which would have boosted the number that we see here up even further, but it still managed to take the #1 spot on the chart, even though I forgot to take into account rare drops, which would have boosted it by quite a lot, I imagine. Ruined Dragons take the #2 spot. I think Ruined Dragons are a pretty solid moneymaker, as you can see with the yearly money made there. Not as good as Revs, but still pretty darn good, and I did slightly take into account the chance of getting rare items. I just added 25 mil every month when I was doing the math to find out the yearly salary. Barrows is up there, taking the #3 spot, making 1,675 mil per year. That was heavily RNG based. I think I got quite a lot of items in that video. I can't remember exactly how many, but I think I just took my result from that day and multiplied it for a year. I don't think I'd done it properly, so this number may not belong here, who knows. Medium clues were a job I didn't plan on doing until I started doing it. There were a few suggestions to do clue scrolls, which I did write down on the list of job ideas, but I never thought it would actually be a good idea to do clues purely because of the RNG element. There is no way one day of clues could be an accurate enough result to go off and find out what I would make in a year. I think the reason I quickly decided to do medium clues on the spot was because medium clues are one of my favourite things to do in Old School RuneScape, and I've had 3 pairs of Ranger boots in like 300 mediums. So I had no prior plans to what I was going to do for this video, and so medium clues just sprung to mind quickly. Luckily, medium clues are probably the only type of clue scroll that could fit into this 9 till 5 format, since really the only time you actually make profit from doing medium clues is when you get Ranger boots. At least profit made when opening impling jars, which cost quite a lot of money. And with the amount of clues I'd done in a day, which was 69 by the way, I could get a very rough average of how much money I'd lose every day opening the impling jars and doing mediums for 8 hours, and they'd add in the sell price of Ranger boots every week when doing the math to find out what the salary is. Because if I can do 69 mediums in a day, I can do almost 350 per week, which is over the average amount of medium clues it takes to get Ranger boots. I don't think the money made from mediums in a year is actually very accurate because there's so many other possible rewards and there's a luck factor. I personally think this result would actually be higher, but it is actually impossible to tell because unless someone genuinely does it for 261 days, the amount of working days in a year, who knows how much you'd make in a year doing this.
I'm trying to get laid, dude.
Vorkath takes the #5 rank. He's halfway down or up on the list depending on how you want to look at it, because I'm terrible at it. I really lacked the motivation to make the Vorkath video, and that definitely played a part into why my GP per hour was so awful. I don't think I tried hard enough to be like efficient at fighting Vorkath and banking quickly and getting back. I died way too much because I was looking for distractions. Like I just gave myself any excuse to not look at RuneScape when I was doing this job for whatever reason. I don't know why. I messed up big time, which is why Vorkath isn't near the top or at the very top. I want to do this one again with the best gear, with the rigor prey, and actually put 100% focus into it, and I hope the result will be better when I do that. The result on screen right now on this chart probably isn't a very good assessment of Vorkath's yearly salary. Kurasks at number 6, making 1.2 bill, almost 1.3 billion GP per year. I quite like doing Kurasks as a job because it was kind of AFKable. There's not really much you have to worry about, you just sort of AFK bash the Kurask's head in and then pick up the loot afterwards, and then all stacks in your inventory. You rarely have to bank. I enjoyed doing this one. Unfortunately, it's not an amazing moneymaker. Medium clues are better, barrels better, rune dragons are all better. All these things are way better than doing Kurasks for money, but it's a good AFKer. And that's the same with Gargoyles. I think Gargoyles, it's even more AFKable, but it's a little bit less GP per hour, or in this chart's case, a yearly salary. It's less yearly salary, about 100 mil less, 130 mil less. Green Dragons take the number 8 rank, which I'm actually surprised by now that I'm looking at this list and it's near the bottom. It's such a popular moneymaker for gold farmers and just lower level players, and it's only 8th place, and there's so many people that do it. Maybe it's because I didn't use a cannon, that's why it's so far down the list, which does mean I want to do this one again. I want to redo Green Dragons with a cannon, but still, I had way higher stats than the average person that fights Green Dragons for money. I used better gear, and I done it in a place where I never saw players. I had like 3 Green Dragons all to myself, but still, I'd make less than 1 billion GP per year doing Green Dragons the way I'd done them in that video. Cows, the first video in the series. It wasn't actually that bad making this video. The process of fighting and picking up the hides for 8 hours, it wasn't fun, but surprisingly it didn't bore me too much, although maybe it did, and I'm just saying that because it was 10 weeks ago when I'd done this and I can't actually remember the real feelings I had when slaying cows for 8 hours. I probably despised every minute of it, and I'm lying right now, but after fighting the cows for 8 hours and thinking about what am I going to do with this footage, what am I going to do with a video of killing cows for 8 hours, I came up with the idea of me having to be interviewed for the job by NPCs. I decided to get an Irish mate with a terrible mic to record a few lines pretending to be the NPC. I thought everyone was going to hate it because it was terrible, but it's terrible enough for me anyway that it was funny, so I kind of wanted to do it. Luckily, 99% of the people seem to agree with that, which is lucky because the NPC interactions in these videos are probably my favourite part to make and to watch when I'm rewatching it to make sure there isn't any mess-ups. Finally, last place, Flax. I think the Flax episode was one of the funnest to make in this series. When I was actually picking the flax, I'd done the first 4 or 5 hours on stream and surprisingly had an active chat and stuff, which made it more enjoyable, and with the help of Nashti, I think it was the best video for an NPC character.
Look as the kid comes down the ladder.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what I got for Flaxmas.
His eyes are filled with joy once he sees the flax.
Oh boy, Flax!
Early on in this 9 till 5 series, I tried to put this sort of Venezuelan spin on the videos by talking about Venezuelan gold farmers more and comparing it to what I'm doing by playing RS as a job, but that kind of felt scummy. I didn't enjoy doing that, so I've stopped doing that, and now only mention Venezuela at the end when I convert the final salary into a bunch of different currencies. I do a job, in air quotes job, in RuneScape once per week for 8 hours. That isn't a very good comparison to people who grind the game out all day every day, or to gold farmers with multiple accounts doing it all at the same time, or to gold farming bot farms who create hundreds of bots to farm gold. The idea behind the 9 till 5 series is what it would be like if it were a normal day-to-day 9 till 5 job in an office or something, not like a job in a country with a crap economy and people resort to gold farming because they have to survive. From my experience of the few shifts I do where I try to make as much money as possible, I can confirm that it is boring as hell. I would not want this as my real job, even if it paid the same as a standard office job. When you think about playing RuneScape as a job, it seems pretty fun, but it wouldn't be like playing on a normal account where you start your new account and you go do a bunch of quests, then you level whatever you want to level, then you go do Winter Todd and you get a pet and you're so happy, then you go do more quests and achievement diaries. That's none of that crap. You'd be grinding the most efficient moneymaker over and over until it becomes ingrained in your mind. It would probably make you hate the game. After doing only one 8-hour shift, usually on the Monday, it would make me not want to play the game casually for like another 3 days. At least not on the same account. I have another account that I play. I find it hard playing on my main account when not recording something for the videos. I think that feeling would be like 100 times worse for anyone if they had to do RuneScape and grind at one moneymaker over and over as their full-time job. Anyway, that is it for this kind of wrap-up video for the first season of Scaping 9 till 5 Working 9, I don't know what it's called. If you're interested in becoming a part of the fold, feel free to join my clan chat. Just type in Dicers when you click on join chat, and there's a Discord server, links below. Goodbye. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching that video. I really appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, you can hit this profile picture icon, or just below the video there's a subscription button. Make sure you hit the bell too so you know when I upload new videos. And if you want to watch my most recent video, make sure you click on the top right there. It takes you to my most recent video created and uploaded to the YouTube channel. And if you're in the mood to binge watch a bunch of RuneScape videos, that playlist in the bottom right has over 200 of them.